Hey, what is going Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. Happy continued celebration to our veteran weekend. I like to do it for the weekend. Proud to have served and thank everyone. Thank you to everyone that did serve this amazing country and other countries as well. So guys, listen, interesting times. I'm going to cover Sam Bankman-Fried and the FTX again for a major reason. I think it's hugely important for us to realize the bigger play that is going on. When there is news of tens of billions of dollars that was supposed to go to Ukraine actually reverted back through the FTX exchange so they can go to a political party. The particular political party is the Democratic Party. Allegedly, there's a problem. There's a problem. And there's confirmation that this did in fact happen. It's important for us to understand. It's kind of a major blow that we didn't flip things around. And it may certainly not the Senate, and it may be the House as well that didn't flip things around. And then this means that the banking incumbents are winning. And one of the major reasons that they are winning is because of people like George Soros and Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah. And when you're allowed to do what they try to do, got Gary Gensler in the mix, meeting with Sam Bankman-Fried to implement and try to implement loopholes so that he could have regulatory, Sam Bankman-Fried could get a regulatory monopoly in the digital asset space. When he's the #1 donor to Biden, and everyone knows that that current administration is not pro-crypto at all. It's a guise, it's a mask. If you do the history, current administration is about the incumbent banking, taking their money, doing their bidding. That is the fact. And if we don't come together as an industry to fight this, it's massively important. Remember, this is our chance to win here, right? The digital asset space is access for everyone to an opportunity, and given an opportunity to create generational wealth. Are you going to fight for that? And I don't know if this tens of millions of dollars helped in this particular midterm, but the Senate was not turned over, and the House still is apparently still up for grabs. Yeah, and so although Gary Gensler is probably going to get held accountable because of this madness with FTX, we'll see. Or the powers that be, in fact, Sullivan Cromwell are in fact involved, will they be able to dumb this down and keep him in the position to do their bidding? Sad, horrible stuff. We're going to get into it. Absolutely crazy stuff, guys. So listen, this is your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. Let's go with the market, because again, the market is doing what the market does. It's currently 872 billion. I'm going to refresh just for our current, yeah, even worse, 870 billion, down 2.3% on 24 hours, but it's down from over 3 trillion. So we're 2-something trillion down from this total currency, crypto market cap at one time. Bitcoin dominance is at 36.6%, interestingly enough. Bitcoin is trading at $16,574, and Ethereum is trading at $1,231. XRP is trading at 35 cents. I'm going to share a tweet, and then I'm going to share a video with you guys. It's an eye-opener, and it's important to pay attention to what's really going on, guys. It really, really is. We can no longer afford to be naive about the digital asset space and the war that's taking place. Why in the world would Gary Gensler at the SEC go after the library and Ripple and let the likes of Celsius, 3 Hours Capital, FTX, and Luna just go unencumbered, no dollars or resources spent? Why would they do it? And then go after Ripple, the one legit that can challenge, the one legitimate crypto company that can challenge the incumbent banking system. It's just time to pay attention. We can no longer be naive. This is about the banks and the banking cartel and them not wanting to give up their stronghold on us, their liquidity pool. Hope you guys really, really understand that is the real fight. The reason why Bitcoin and the principle behind it are so important, because there's an opportunity. It gives us an opportunity. Remember, without Bitcoin, there aren't other digital assets. It gives us an opportunity to choose our own money, spend our own money, store our own money, whatever way we want, and choose the monetary policy that we like, not the one that's thrust down our throats. You know, turn off these entertainers who continue, just walk away, who continue to not get it and talk about technology. It's like there's a bigger fight going on right now. Mario, not follow. I highly encourage you guys follow this dude. Really, really good at getting some great prominent people in the Twitter spaces. I believe he actually had Elon Musk, Simon Dixon, and Roger Ver in the Twitter spaces just the other day, talking about the whole thing going on with FTX. He tweets, "Did you see the viral tweet about CZ and Sam Bankman-Fried conspiracy, quote unquote? Did you see that I deleted it? There's a darker story that you don't know. During my space, a notable Twitter spaces, a notable and respected person came on stage and shared a story referenced Sam at FTX causing the Luna crash and taking down Three Arrows Capital. Causing the Luna crash. Do you think it's a coincidence? Come on, guys. It's a coincidence that within hours of the Luna crash, the government of this country had the information and reported it to Congress. Are you telling me that you think she is looking out for you and I? Or is it more about them saying we need to regulate this space and put it into the hands of the incumbents, take it out at best, only give it to accredited investors? Within hours, she was reporting, Mrs. Yellen, within hours reporting on the Luna, within hours. I'm going to tie Sam Bankman-Fried to the Democratic Party here in a second as well. So this whole, and I'm going to share a video where it's very, very damning that he was just kind of put in place to kind of do this thing, come here in a sham and disguise. How do you get to 14 billion like that overnight? Come on. Apparently, CZ warned Sam. He is references reckless actions on multiple occasions, but Sam Bankman ignored him. As things got worse, CZ. Now, why is Sam coming in here and doing reckless stuff? Because he's not smart? CZ saw no choice but to make the issue public. This led to the infamous tweet by CZ 3 days ago that took down FTX. CZ had no choice. This story was shared live in my space. I asked for the source to ensure it's not misinformation, and that turned out to be a very close friend of CZ. The speaker was a senior person at a major centralized exchange. A major centralized exchange. I'll share this video here with you guys. Take a listen to this here. Interesting stuff. This is Scott Melker, Wolf of Wall Street. It's got Caitlin Long on here. It's got Mike Elford, the guy who exposed, I think, Luna and what was going on there in terms of how it was not going to work. And also Celsius. I know for sure Celsius Network. And the whole flywheel around the Cell token. And this is David Duong of Coinbase on here as well. Take a listen to this here. Let me see if I can find it. Scott asked a very, very interesting question.
think? I mean, is that how you believe this will go down, or do you believe that now we've given the regulators all of the fuel they could possibly need to make this very difficult moving forward? I'm not quite as optimistic as Caitlin, but maybe that's because we're in the depths of it here and we're all human beings with emotions attached to it. But I feel we might repeat some of the same mistakes.
I like the view, and I know it's a joke, but I think it's funny that SBF is just a plant sent by the government to basically drag the regulators into the space. Like he's just an actor, and he's literally doing exactly what you do if you wanted to convince regulators that they needed to do more, and that CBDCs would follow him after he blows up, right? And so I think the CBDC momentum will probably pick up after this. They'll probably
think about what's going on to the space. How does Sam Bankman-Fried and the FTX put together over 130 subsidiaries? How is Sam Bankman-Fried meeting and his people meeting with the SEC? You're the number two donor behind a multi-billionaire to the Democratic Party. You get a front row seat and early access to push some kind of bill. BitBoy Crypto said that SBF, he accuses them of coming in and trying to steal kind of an amendment that they were looking to put in, quote unquote. I take BitBoy stuff kind of with a grain of salt because, he still has his own kind of personal, kind of agenda, if you will, on a lot of stuff. Kind of on a self-promotion tip. But he does recognize he is smart enough to realize that this is against, crypto and DeFi. And if that DCCPA is trying to get rid of crypto, trying to get rid of DeFi and put some kind of stranglehold on it, there's a reason. It's because it's decentralized finance. It's decentralized finance. So I want to share this right here with you guys. This is an interesting news clip. Don't know if it's true or not. Breaking and exclusive news, tens of billions of US dollars were transferred to the Ukraine, and then that was supposed to be transferred to Ukraine, and then using FTX. So it says transferred to the Ukraine, and then using FTX cryptocurrency, the funds were laundered back to Democrats in the US. Remember all this allegations about the money not actually ever getting to the Ukraine? Remember that? Then there's this. Byte Funding tweeted this out. Between $1 billion and $2 billion of customers' funds have disappeared. Sam Bankman-Fried had a secret backdoor to transfer billions. David Adler, the Celsius Loan ad hoc Celsius Loans attorney, tweeted this out and replied to that tweet. This backdoor cements the Ponzi determination. All withdrawals are going to be subject to clawback based on net winners and net losers. Sounds like Madoff on crypto. FTX, Wheezy. Shout out to you, Wheezy. Says he's got Wheezy. Fire Gary Gensler is his handle. FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried is and was involved in money laundering, theft, fraud, and violations of federal and state laws. Whoa. Filed with the SEC. Someone filed this with the SEC in September of 2021. September of 2021. Filed with the SEC. The person who filed this says victims claims the SEC is not listening to his complaints about SBF. Meanwhile, the SEC is meeting with Sam Bankman-Fried. Remember who's at the head of the SEC? A dude who was privately selected. Who do you think privately selected him? Who do you think ushered him into the front of the room of the U.S. POTUS? Who do you think did that? Who do you think did it? I say the banking cartel. FTX Alameda had a fail-safe in case securities were ever onto them. The hack last night was an internal system meant to delete data and evidence. Mark Cuban said here, I need Mark Phillips. I want a Mark Phillips tweet. Mark Cuban put this out. These blowups have not been crypto blowups. They have been banking blowups. Lending to the wrong entity, misvaluations of collateral, arrogant ARBs, which is arbitration moves, followed by depositor runs. C, long-term capital savings and loan and subprime blowups. All different versions of the same story. And it looks like one of the smartest VC guys out there got hoodwinked as well. That's Kevin O'Leary. Listen to what he says here about FTX.
Going to get in trouble. It's going to be, if there's ever a place I could be that I'm not going to get in trouble, it's going to be at FTX. If there's ever a place I could be that I'm not going to get in trouble, it's going to be at FTX.
That's a tough one, my friends. I'm going to remind you this, Eric. Old money doesn't want you to win. If there was ever a time to realize the bigger picture here and begin to fight, it is now. Because this whole mess is clearly about not allowing you and I to walk away from their liquidity pools and create our own generational wealth. Think about it, how BlockFi was able to come back to the table and only allow access for accredited investors in the US. And now they can't even do that because of the nonsense that's going on with FTX. Voyagers now having to reopen their bid because there is no money to be had from FTX to take it over. This dude is trying to flee the country, most likely. There's so many political issues in connection with his parents and Democrats and lawmakers. It is disgusting. All because it's a certain political party that is willing to take the money from the banking cartel to keep the incumbents in place. They want to still be able to charge you no activity fees. Look, you're trying to save your money. You don't want to spend it. And they want to say, no, look, you're not using this account. You're just leaving it here. We need you to use it. So we're going to charge you no activity fee. Then when you use it, we're going to charge you, you don't have enough of a balance in your account fee. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get 4 transactions that you put money in and 3 that you take money out. And we're going to hold the 4 that you put in, and we're going to prioritize the 3 coming out so that you're now in a negative balance situation. Gary Gensler and the SEC are not your friends, and they're not here to help. And it's not about the U.S. capital markets. It is not about the U.S. capital markets, protecting the capital markets. It is about you and I walking away from their liquidity pool and choosing to participate in a decentralized space like DeFi, and choosing our own money and choosing our own financial products over their financial products. That is the fight. I hope you get it, guys. I really, really do. Anyway, in any case, if you guys want to contribute to the channel, it's a great way to do it. It's the Old Money Doesn't Want You to Win t-shirts for the guys and the gals. Look at that for you, gal. Get your gal one of those. Old Money Doesn't Want You to Win. Here's the one for the dudes here. I like this blue one. Let people know that you're aware of the real fight. You see people wearing, someone sees you wearing a shirt and they don't understand it, explain it to them. There's a reason why, there's, the wealth disparity in this country is so as massive as it has been. Pay attention to Solomon Cromwell. Get that book. It's hard to find. It's hard to find that book. Pay attention to Solomon Cromwell. What's really going on, guys? With crypto and the decentralized, the digital asset space represents as an opportunity for you and I to choose our own money and spend our own money and store our own money. And they don't want it. All right, guys, this wraps up your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps on the YouTube algorithm for sure. It gets the channel out to other people hanging out on YouTube, watching stuff that don't matter. They want you to just continue to be entertained. They don't want you to level up and learn the real deal. Hit that like button. If you like to hang out tonight, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell so that you get notified whenever we upload a video or whenever we do go live. I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this.
Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it.